The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
What's the fuss?
We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
We have a new president.
Celebrate Donald Trump being gone.
It's a new chapter.
Dude, the sun looked shinier today, I'll tell you that.
It actually looks shitty outside now. What
now.
happened to our beautiful sun?
I know. Well, I need a recount on the sun.
We were gonna
Giuliani, sue the sun, please.
We were gonna do an outside one, but it was actually the reason that I didn't want to do it is because it was really, really windy, and now I'm guessing there's a fucking hurricane coming.
That's it.
I don't like that.
And here I thought hurricane season was over.
We've been distracted by so much other stuff going on that I forgot about like the Weather Channel.
Right?
It was really nice of the hurricane to wait till COVID was over.
They waited on COVID. They barely waited on the election. But I like how Big Weather was sneaking that hurricane up here the whole time while we weren't paying attention.
Big Weather.
Fucking Trump and Biden they were colluding. As much as they hate each other, they were with each other on Big Weather.
Do you guys believe that they can control the weather? I know they can make rain clouds and stuff like that, but do you believe they can like control the weather?
No, to me that sounds absurd, but it also sounds like now that maybe it's like out there in the,
Isn't that just global warming
in the
control
zeitgeist,
the weather?
That maybe it's something that they are possibly working on.
Okay. So
Instead of like
you don't
chemical
believe
weaponry?
in global warming. Cool. Understood. Boom. Gotcha.
In gullible warming? That's what you said.
Oh, dude, I love that Ross Creations guy. I watched him the other day. I went on a little YouTube rabbit hole, which is very easy to do with that guy. And he literally put a sign that says gullible on the ceiling.
Oh, God, dude. He was like, gullible's on the ceiling, and people are like, yeah,
hey,
you're
it says
right.
gullible on the ceiling. And they were like, I'm not dumb. And he's like, I'm not joking. It does say gullible on the ceiling. And they're like, I'm not looking.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
I love that guy.
I like the bits he sets up. Yeah.
Who is
he's
that?
so
It sounds
funny.
familiar.
Ross Creations. He used to have that long hair. Now he's got short hair, but he's made it on like Tosh.0 and shit.
I think he was the one that started the "You Want to Bang." And then people are like, "What?" Like he'll just walk up to a girl, "Want to bang?"
Oh, okay.
An
He's one of those
energy
guys.
drink,
Oh,
like,
my God,
not
dude.
bang.
Yeah,
And then he's like, "Oh shit, okay."
He does. That sounds like something that he would do. I haven't seen that particular one, but he does that. He does stupid stuff like that. I think he was the one that was on Tosh.0 for backflipping over a cop. There was two cops sitting on a bench, and he put his phone there to film it, and then he jumped up on the bench and did this like twirling backflip thing.
Okay, so he's like athletic as fuck too.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they have a lot of weird stuff. They're like flipping off ladders in the beach. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's one. He's like, "Oh, nice melons. Like, can I touch them?" And he's walking up to a girl, but then there's a guy walking behind the girl.
Okay, you might have showed me this
with
guy because I've
watermelons.
seen that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anywho,
He's a funny dude.
who are you and
Typical
who are
Florida
we?
guy. My name is Rocky Soga. I'm the host of the show. What's Fuzz Podcast, episode 238.
I don't remember.
I thought it was
I'm
246. We got a new president.
This is Pizza Peisenberg, Coleman here, and we have, as always, my producer, John Hanan.
Yeah.
Very nice to have you guys back. Yeah, like I said, so there was an election. There was actually a lot of weird stuff that we were going to talk about. But
Took a long time to get the counting done.
I mean,
Yeah.
they told us ahead of time. They knew this shit was going to be like this, but I don't think anybody knew the certain few states that took as long as they took were going to take as long as it took.
And the weirdest thing is that we're waiting for Pennsylvania, and they already said before the election that if it did go for Donald Trump, they would use the Electoral College they were going to say no, basically.
Right. I mean, but when it comes down to it, though, when you're thinking about like the Electoral College for one, because when you look at the map, it's all Republican in the middle, or it's all red.
it's so much red
and there's
out
just
there.
some blue. So people are like, "Oh, how did Biden even beat
Those aren't as
him?"
populated areas. The
Exactly.
people live near the sea.
Nobody
you know?
lives in Montana and
Yeah.
Wyoming and all these shit states you won.
gotta
That's why
get
you have
the-
fucking four electorates.
You got to
out
get
of
the
there.
city folks, and there was a lot more mail-in
Biden
ballots.
Yeah.
I mean, because of the pandemic, people aren't trying to go out into the polls.
People were scared. Like a lot of Democrats specifically were scared because they were like, "Holy shit! Wait, maybe we've scared our own people from coming out and to voting, whatever." But we have. I mean, I know a lot of people that voted by mail, and it seems there was a lot of problems with that. But I like to assume they I don't know.
I mean, there's from what's been reported to me on several different news sites, all sides involved. It was that obviously, regardless of what former President Trump has been saying,
He's the president for the next 3 months. He could still do some bullshit.
Yeah, no, I was worried about that. What is he going to try to jam in there in 180 days, right? But
jinx this shit, motherfucker. This is already bad enough. Biden's not a good candidate, but Trump is out of there, so I feel like we're in the right direction there.
But I feel like because of I don't even remember what I was saying, but you went off on a tangent.
When Trump anything negative happens to him, and he's always come out saying whatever it is, it's rigged against him, and it's no different now.
You said that you were hearing a lot of people saying that something.
Yeah, but it was speaking to what we were talking about.
Oh, the voter fraud thing.
Oh yeah, regardless of what Trump has said, all the news outlets I've heard has said no fraud has gone on, and which is why. Okay, John saw one of these videos. What'd you see in the video,
like filling
John?
out the ballots or whatever?
I don't know.
Bubbling
it looked like
it was weird.
People sitting there. Yeah,
John said he saw a video of Trump supporters saying, "Oh, this is voter fraud going on right here," and they sent in a video, and it was literally people just counting ballots.
Oh, I saw him bubbling in shit, but they could have been voting in for Trump.
That's
I don't know.
Right.
I have no idea.
Those were Jorgensen votes. That's how she got any.
what I heard someone say, and I can't remember who the hell this was, because I've been hearing a whole bunch of shit, is no matter who wins, that there's kind of a weird film over this election, that there was maybe,
it's like the steroid season in baseball.
Anytime that you call shenanigans on someone, even if it isn't, like, a lot of times cancel culture will, like, go after someone and
then they're found to be innocent,
but nobody hears
their
that
career's
story.
Ruined. Right?
Nobody hears that story. All they heard was the big thing. So is that going to happen with this? Like, do we go? Even if it turns out, no, we counted the fucking votes and that's how it goes. Even if that, there's still going to be people that have their doubts or whatever. But we talked about this. Who was it? The Bush Romney or Bush Gore?
Bush Gore 2000.
That needed a recount. Correct.
Yeah, that was a giant.
Florida fucked that one up.
Florida was bad on
hate.
That. You know what?
At least we didn't do that.
No, well, that's the thing. That changed our election process here in Florida, and it's become much better. And then, even though it was for Trump, we had our results back night of.
Yeah,
Boom.
we can't let that happen again. There
were
weird.
certain states that recounted just last election period.
Yeah.
No, there's recounts every election.
Yeah,
they always do a recount, but we're talking about an official one to change the ballot or change the decision or whatever.
That hardly ever happens. It doesn't affect the outcome really, and sometimes it'll be like 200 votes. Was the difference?
Not enough, right?
Yeah, you need it by more than a certain percent.
This one was so close in some states, man.
Yeah,
I was amazed to see Arizona flip, Pennsylvania flipped, which is what gave Biden the presidency this morning as we sit and record this.
Yeah,
was Pennsylvania being called, but also Georgia, man, which is a place where I'm from. It hasn't been blue since '92.
A lot of states flipped back and forth. And then also certain parts of because everybody's moving to Texas because the taxes are so low, and California. It's unlivable.
California is ridiculous.
Yeah, so a lot of people are moving, moving east from California, and it's making a lot of those other states, bluer.
Kind of spreading it out.
Yeah. And had those states not flipped, I feel like it would be a different discussion right now because it was
super weird. Can't believe it was down to the last fucking.
Yeah, because he was
it was like within 2,000 and 3,000 votes.
Yeah, he was at 264. And and he was assumed to have to get Nevada. So, and that's the 6 electoral
Nevada
votes
was
that he
holding
needs
out
to
forever.
270.
Right.
Yeah, but had he
people were making fun of
had he
the memes this week have been priceless.
If he only got Nevada and he finished the election with 270. Then the recount would probably make a huge difference. But now it's like,
but with him getting Pennsylvania with 20 electoral votes, it put him over.
I'm surprised
nicely.
that
then Georgia,
lasted
then
this long. I saw a lot of people referring to it as like Groundhog's Day or whatever. They're like, it's election day again. But a lot of cool things happen. One thing that I do want to say, that New Jersey votes to legalize adult
recreational marijuana.
Yeah. That's huge. That's one thing that Biden lost a lot of people on because his stance on weed is terrible. In the last,
But his campaign said, he said, and not to just say outright, oh, well, if he said it in his campaign, it's going to happen. I mean, look at the wall. Look at any president's campaign ever. They've never fulfilled everything. But he did in his campaign clearly say he was for the legalization of the decriminalization.
No, I've got it actually right here. In the last DNC debate, this happened.
I have a lot of respect for the vice president. He has sworn me into my office as a hero. This week, I hear him literally say, that I don't think we should legalize marijuana.
That's Cory Booker out of New
I thought you
Jersey,
might have
matter
been
of
high
fact.
when you said it.
He goes, I thought you were high when you said it. So yeah, that was, and look at this.
I know Biden's face is like, boo. It's a great pause. That screen grab is great.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, but
He looks like that's what made them decide to use Jim Carrey on Saturday Night Live right there. He looks like the Jim Carrey version of himself.
Oh my God, I'll try to put this up on my God if I remember. But holy crap, that's really funny. But yeah, that was really recent, and that was a little thing. But either way, and also, did you hear that Oregon? Or Oregon, I don't know how you say it. I say Oregon Trail, but I say Oregon when I talk about Oregon, which is very, very rarely.
That is weird. Yeah, we were having this discussion about Fanta and Fanta.
yeah.
Well, Oregon's not Spanish. So.
Oregon legalized like cocaine and LSD use and all this other
heroin,
shit.
like under a gram and stuff.
Jesus Christ. So all right.
Decriminalized, I believe.
Here's something about that. Now, I'm pretty libertarian. I say in the drug war yesterday. Like, holy fuck, they've spent so much money on that war, and weed won. Marijuana won the war, and it's not even a real thing.
Some of the voting is going down to narcotics.
Oh yeah, for sure. So that's what we're talking about. So what this will be is an experiment that's far away from my house,
right?
On how this is going to go, and this will be.
I feel like it's a weird time for them to make that vote when all the tumult has been going on in Portland with the rioting,
Seattle.
Seattle, that whole area. But Oregon, with Portland being in Oregon, it's weird to see. Like, let's see how that all plays out. I mean, hopefully. Now with the new president, maybe some of that will calm down. I don't, at least the rioting, not that he's going to do anything about it, but the people being in support of who's in office now, maybe that will calm them down. Plus maybe strong leadership can talk them down a bit, which is something we've never had in 4 years. It's always been spinning things up.
You're crazy.
Dude.
But
you've had decent leadership from him?
I know, but I'm just saying he certainly wasn't saying burn everything down.
No, but he's not condemning it either. When you don't condone things or when you don't condemn things, you end up condoning them. Especially from that pulpit.
Video. All these things have videos. I have a lot of them. They made that video with like everything burning down and
this is Biden's America that you're facing or whatever. Okay?
Yeah, it was a weird thing. It was a mudslinging campaign for sure. But yeah, and
from
then
one side. Mm-hmm. As I saw it, I saw a bunch of ads.
You are brainwashed. I love you, but you're brainwashed. And here's the thing. I'm here saying it. I'm glad that Trump is out. But I'll never in my life say that Joe is a good candidate, which is why we all kind of lost.
Do you think the last 4 years have been good?
No.
Do you think that
the world's on fire? All the big cities are on fire.
Right.
But
you're arguing that, to my point, about saying that we've had any kind of strong leadership at any point in time. Look at the COVID handling. Look at the BLM shit handling. Look out. Not to say that Trump didn't cause any of that, but Trump didn't do shit to squelch it either.
No, because he's one of the ones that says that Black Lives Matter is a group. It's not a group. It's a hashtag. It's a movement. It's people like standing up and supporting a cause. It's not a group.
Antifa's a group. Proud Boys are a group.
Proud Boys, you get initiated in.
Collective.
Right.
Like,
right. Proud Boys is a group. You get initiated into that. You got to name 5 cereals while your nipples getting twisted.
Stupidest shit I ever heard.
Yeah. Black Lives Matter. You don't like.
It's scarily true.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. That's the stupidest fact.
Hold on.
God,
I need to. All right, here. Okay, we'll get to that later because if you mention that group too much, they'll take this right off YouTube.
Probably.
But one thing that I was thinking of is, so what I was getting at is I think we should have a way different kind of president because right now, let's be honest, and I'm just saying this is my prediction. I don't hope it happens to anybody. I wouldn't wish death on anybody, but I don't think Biden's going to be able to finish his term, and I think Kamala Harris will be in there. But I'm wondering why can't we get another one? The only good thing I'll say that I liked about when Trump won was it exposed a huge hole in the system that an outsider could just get right in that fucking easy.
Right.
So why wouldn't we have like the best and the brightest, an Elon Musk type?
Yeah.
I'm not saying him. I don't think he wants to run. Easy. I thought Easy ran a decent campaign, but he started a little late on the Joe Rogan thing. If he'd have gone on there 4 years ago, I seriously think
he got some votes.
He got 600 or something, right?
60,000, I thought.
Well, what? Okay, I'm missing a few zeros.
I thought it was 60,000.
Holy crap! I would love to know that number.
I'm going to find out right now,
dude. That's so
probably
funny.
More accurate.
So
I mean, that's like 1% of the vote.
We've had and Coleman, you're. I mean, I'm not saying this in a bad way, but you probably remember a lot of this stuff going back. Do you remember other crazy candidates? I remember for a while, like Tiger King guy. I remember he tried to run.
The rent is too damn high. What was that? 8 years ago or something? He
man.
ran against Obama, right?
Yeah,
Kanye West received 60,000 votes in the
That
presidential
is
election.
so
And
funny.
he wasn't even on our ballots. Like, he wasn't on a ton
I
of
didn't
ballots.
see it either.
but,
I did see someone that was their name was Rocky, and a lot of people I could tell when they went to vote because like my buddy Steve Osborne. We know Steve Osborne's voting. He's very into it. He goes. Did you see that you could vote for Rocky? I did see that you could, and then also, what's Jorgensen's VP's last name? Anyone know it care? But he has like a weird
there
name.
was
too.
another one, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Spike or Blazer or some weird
Here
shit. like
locally,
that.
we had it was like a school board or something. It was like one of the local things here in Florida, but I think it was like all of Orange County. So I think most of us, I don't know, Rocky's Seminole. So I don't know if it was on yours.
Seminole, I had different stuff.
But here, I know me and John saw it. There was if you look deep enough into the, like I said, one of the under ballot things, there was a Michael Scott running.
Oh, I did.
Did you see Michael Scott?
I saw
voted.
it.
I
out
voted
there.
Michael Scott. I proudly voted Michael Scott, and I hope he's not the. I hope for the school board or whatever he was running for, he is not the Michael Scott of the office. But I couldn't see Michael Scott and not bubble that shit in.
Yeah, that's
Michael
pretty
Scott,
crazy.
you got my vote.
So
funny.
I'm
In,
very
in 2
curious.
years, you'll hear this from Michael Scott out of the school board.
Yeah,
I declare bankruptcy. Orange County schools going.
I was
on in
seeing
flames.
like one meme where because Kanye in some of like the news covers that he was getting, they didn't even have an image to use for him.
Oh my god!
And they were like, like kind of like a video game. They were like,
it
you have
looked
to be
like a
level.
Street Fighter. Then you didn't.
It was like a pixel Kanye.
Yeah, they're like, you have to be level 20 to unlock this character.
I wanted you to get the joke. I didn't want to steal your thunder, but yeah,
It was
it
funny.
totally looked like in Street Fighter when you hadn't gotten there yet.
I have not seen that.
And it's just like it was like
That's
it was
funny.
a black silhouette. It turned on.
Yeah, like an unavailable Super Smash Bros. Character,
which
It
I
was
thought
funny.
was fucking. I mean, that is so. That's not a good. And also, how on earth are you unable to find a picture of Kanye West?
right.
Do you not have Google?
You don't have
I'll
a
get you
picture
one
of
right
Kanye West. I have a my next time I turn on my phone's just gonna have one up because I've said it
You
out
said
loud
it,
now.
right. Let me go
they're-
into my spank bank.
I
Look,
think their problem is that they want to find one of him smiling, and he's never doing that.
Dude, have you ever seen him try to hide a smile? It's the
Yeah.
funniest thing in the world. He'll like be at a party and he'll realize he's smiling and he'll be like,
He pays too much attention to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And dude, I think he's ridiculously crazy because, all right, so I cannot, and no offense, I don't want to say anything bad about another show because, I mean, it's the biggest podcast in the whole fucking world, one of them. The Joe Rogan podcast has become more and more unlistenable to me. I've seen a lot of episodes from back in the day. I'm very curious when someone crazy comes on. Alex Jones, I could only listen to 20 minutes of it. Tom DeLonge, who I love from Blink-182, he was on there boring the shit out of me. And so I'm biased against it. I want to hear that, and I don't like it. So a lot of it, it literally comes up every YouTube. Anytime that I play a video, the next video will always be Joe Rogan in this, and I have him unsubscribed, all that shit. I
What
just
the
can't
fuck?
do it. It's the weirdest
it's
thing.
the algorithm. They're throwing him in your face.
I guess
They're like,
so.
love him.
Yeah, it's a little weird when he has on people like. I wonder if he'll have on Biden. That would not
guarantee
be
you
good
he's
for
gonna
Biden.
try.
Though. He doesn't talk well.
Yeah, I mean, he can't go to no 4-hour fucking Joe Biden or Joe Rogan show, Joe Biden
needs-
show.
Let's take a nap.
I wonder.
Nap
We'll be right back after this nap.
Yeah.
He's so cute. He's got those big old fucking fake chompers there.
Oh yeah,
he's
the
kind of.
Verniers or whatever they
Yeah,
are.
his fucking
if it
chiclet
wasn't for
veneers.
video shit like this, him touching this little girl's titty, that's fucking weird. If it wasn't for stuff like that, he'd be a cute grandpa type. But this little girl, she's like nudging.
I know,
She's like,
and-
knock it off. He grabs a little girl's tit on
If
camera.
he just like
Fucking weird.
didn't do certain things, he would be the one everybody's rooting for. But
Yeah,
because he
yeah.
has
Everybody-
this aspect
I
to
think-
him,
He's creeped himself out.
So collectively,
so to speak.
And this is what a lot of people hate, and it actually bothers me a lot because I found myself doing it, and it's got a name. You really can't even use it in like an essay or anything, but it's like you're. We couldn't mention Biden without mentioning Trump. Nobody liked Biden. We just didn't like as a country. The Trump thing wasn't working out. It's not you, it's me.
Well,
yeah,
but
one thing a lot of Republicans and even some Democrats were agreeing on was it should have been Bernie. And I can only imagine how it would have turned out.
I heard
Yeah.
that too.
Bernie was too radical, though.
Somebody actually said, so Bernie lost 3 elections now, or Bernie lost 2 elections now, or something like that. And it did ring like, oh yeah, that was supposed to be their guy. Hillary Clinton fucked everybody on that. If she'd have fucking let him, I think he probably would have won over Trump.
Yeah, he had a little bit
because these
more.
were two very, very radical people, and he just had nobody liked Hillary Clinton. She's a fucking monster. She's a
and
thick ankle weirdo.
she doesn't have like a fire in her belly. Bernie actually has that could combat with because
Yeah,
Trump
it
has the same fire.
Comes out weird.
So yeah,
Bernie was cute too.
I know.
He didn't know math, but he looked fun to pat on the head.
Well, that's what's scary. If he didn't know math and his whole thing was fiscal this and fiscal that, like, well, maybe we don't put the non-math
I wanted
guy
to
in
high
with
five
fiscal.
his big hands so bad.
Who's? Oh, come on! How am I blanking on Larry David? Larry David does a great.
Pretty good.
Larry
good
David.
Bernie.
Larry David does a great Bernie. It is absolutely.
See, and Larry David could have been our Saturday Night Live guy doing Bernie, just like we have Kerry doing Biden. Now is Kerry going to do 4 years of Biden on SNL when they need him to do something?
Kerry's batshit crazy. I'm sure he's got the time.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I
What's
don't think
Jim
he's going
Carrey
to.
doing?
They are making a. It's. Oh, come on. Can someone? I have the computer. I heard he was doing either a redo of Pet Detective or The Mask or a big one.
Oh my God!
New Jim Carrey movie. I heard it. I don't know if it's true. I'm not reporting that officially. It would be sweet. I'm a big fan of his movies. Not a big fan of him. He's crazy and he's pretty awful to his
It
first
says
wife
here,
and kid.
Jim Carrey, yeah, he did. He had some history there, but it says Jim Carrey to star in a revive of The Mask as Biden. To be titled "Somebody Stop Me" from the presidency.
Oh, Lord. That was, dude, you got me. Hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah,
There.
reeled him in.
Go ahead. I'm going to give you one of these.
Oh,
Fart gun is dead.
we got to get the batteries on that fart machine.
You got to really pull start that thing. It's seen some abuse. If you can see it on,
you need some
if you can
two-cycle
see it
oil
on
in there.
YouTube, my friend David's pit bull fucking ate it.
He hated farts.
Yeah,
Loved beef jerky. Hated
farts. Did not like Mexicans. I thought that was a little bit of a Sorry.
It's no, it's not serendipitous.
Mexican
It's,
people smell great. I'm just kidding. What did you? Oh, what? So was it really going to be The Mask or?
No, I was seeing Jim Carrey had an idea
Yeah, I
for
didn't
a
find
Truman
anything.
Show.
Oh, is that what it
remake.
was? That's not what I was thinking.
That might be cool though.
Yeah,
that was a good movie.
That was a good movie. I
Right?
like
That was
And
a thinker.
I used to all the time when I was a kid. I was like, I wonder if like everybody's like against me, man. Like if the whole world, like maybe they're all robots and I'm just weird experiment, and my friends just turn off when I leave the room, and then when I come back in oh, hey Rocky,
They're like the toys from Toy Story.
I don't know. Forky.
There's a snake in my boob.
Dude, I saw a plastic fucking Forky toy, and I was like, who the fuck would buy that? And the more I walked around Target, I was like, I need it.
Just
I
make
need
one.
it.
Just
Oh
make
no,
one.
no,
God damn
no!
it.
I want the authentic one that
there's 1,000
the
of them
millionaire
inside Target.
companies made for me.
Right.
Oh, they are talking about Carey doing The Mask, but he says
it The Mask?
it depends on a filmmaker, really. I don't want to do it just to do it, but I would only do it if some crazy visionary filmmaker was involved.
Like Tim Burton.
Say do it
or-
again.
Yeah.
I like when you say do it.
Do it.
do it.
Do it.
You won't do it.
Doing it and doing it and doing it well.
Do it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Do it. Don't stop. There.
Let's go to break.
Me saying, Mister, can I please just leave me be. I don't understand your actions, but if I add your subtractions, then I might just understand what you believe. So let go right now. Understand myself, where I come from and where I've been, and all the cards that I've been dealt.
another beer, even though I did not even finish my other one. I'm like, took 3 sips out of it. I've been drinking tea.
That was just
Is that tea? I wondered what that was.
I got some Public sweet. It's the last of it. Otherwise, I would offer you guys some.
I knew this motherfucker was drinking the tea. What'd I tell you?
I'm a part of the tea party, man.
Young man, there's a place you can go.
Hey.
Upset, young man. Jack off 2 dudes at once.
So,
jacking off ghosts.
yeah, we were talking. That's how.
Damn it, that was a better line. I fucking missed that.
Yeah,
Good job,
it was.
John.
Trump does that at the end of his rallies. Dude, my daughter does the best Trump impression ever. She bends over at a 45-degree angle and like pokes her butt out.
45, I get it.
And she's, she starts like doing that little weird dance or whatever where he's just kind of. He looked like
Because he doesn't move his feet.
No, it's nothing below a little bit
He
of knee
looked
bop.
like Jamboree Bear time, the game. You know what I'm talking
It looks
about?
like an animatronic, yes. Yeah, from the Rockafire explosion.
Like in the Goofy movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like
I was
sparks-
thinking more like
sparks are gonna come flying out of him.
yeah. I was thinking more like, Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've seen. Some ghetto ass Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh.
That's my favorite video in the world. And I'm sorry, I know this makes me a bad person. I'm not saying I'm not a bad person. I am. So fuck you.
We're not disagreeing. Go ahead.
Call my boss. That's me.
Facts.
My favorite video on YouTube will always be
Chocolate Rain.
that's a good one. But that one comes right after every fight at Chuck E. Cheese video.
Buddy.
It is beyond me how you could get into a fight at Chuck E. Cheese at all. If this happened once, I would be very surprised. There is hours.
Pages dedicated to it. Yeah, and it's a newer phenomenon, I feel like.
No, hell no.
Has it been
Some of
going
these
on
go
for a long
back.
time? Okay.
Some of these go back.
I just heard about it in the last few years.
How does that even happen? John, how
because
does that happen?
I think maybe
It seems like more of a Dave and Buster's sort of situation.
Maybe.
but-
I love some David
I just-
Buster's, dude. That place is tight.
I think it speaks more to the clientele. That's all I got to say. I'm just saying, not Chuck E. Cheese. Although it
Are you
it
saying
sounds
poor
great.
people?
Class starts with the same letter as Chuck E. Cheese, but it's not a classy bunch of people. I feel like.
Stinks.
Yeah.
If you go to Chuck E. Cheese, you definitely all of your shopping happens at Walmart.
if you go to Chuck E. Cheese, don't worry about Biden's tax plan.
yeah, you're good.
You're
good.
Do you guys remember Discovery Zone?
Yes, that sounds familiar. It was like a science and learning type deal.
No.
Okay, no. Then
It was all right. So there'd be like it was this.
You don't discover shit here.
No. So there was a couple little games that you could play, and there was some pizza I think that you could get or whatever.
Oh, okay, no.
And this was a big, huge. There would be like a trampoline in one room and a ball pit in the other room, and then those bands that go up and you can like climb all the way to the top of the room, and then fucking foamy things you can climb up
like
to the top of
a
mountains.
McDonald's play place, but way bigger, right?
On crack.
Okay.
Yeah, like a zip line probably.
Yeah. Keep in mind, this is obviously pre-corona because I was a little kid back then. But dude, this place had shit all over it. The whole place smelled.
I was gonna say, it sounds like you could discover hepatitis.
Yeah, so
Oh
back
my
then it
God.
was like COVID-7.
Dude, it was, the place was so nasty. Kids were always in there. Then there was fights and stuff. Like kids, obviously, always. That's probably how that Chuck E. Cheese shit starts. Is the kids start fighting, the parents get involved, or maybe the parent. I don't know.
I think maybe that's probably a good way to. That's
Because
a good way.
I
Parents are
gotta-
defending their kids, and then
it's-
I feel like they're drinking beer, right? Can you not drink beer there
you
as an
can
adult?
get a beer at Chuck E.
Yeah,
Cheese,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is ridiculous.
Then you got a fucking mouse swinging on a parent.
You know what? I hate those. You have to bring a kid. You can't just go in there and look.
Or no, he's not a mouse, he's a rat.
They call that the Biden law. See, I can make fun of all sides.
Yeah,
I
that's
voted
weird.
for the
The
guy.
grabbing the titty thing's bad. He's got a lot of stuff smelling hair, and you made a good point. Smelling someone's hair is not exactly
It's not
a
like
felony.
No,
It's assault,
It's
though.
just it can
not allowed
absolutely
to
be
touch
construed into
people.
that because it's if you touch someone, yeah.
Well, yeah,
then,
Trump's gone on record saying like almost that assault's okay. Oh, you just grab them by the pussy and they'll do
I
whatever
thought it was
you
fucker
want.
right in the pussy, didn't that?
No, grab 'em.
That maybe maybe
Oh, no,
that is where he started.
Fucker
that.
right in the pussy is on the news thing.
Yeah, that's a different thing. That's
That-
another phenomenon like Chuck E. Cheese fights.
I thought.
It's awesome.
You know what? Here's the thing, though. That's a pretty equal opportunity thing. I've seen a mixed crowd, a diverse crowd in there fighting. I mean, a lot of them are not, but like, I've seen white people in there too. They don't get a fucking pass on that one.
No,
They're-
I wasn't speaking to the color of the clientele. I was speaking to the straight up classiness. It runs the color gambit, the race gambit. All races. It's just not very
You think-
classy people's
you think-
in there
you think-
most of the time.
You think classy folk have
It's a tie. You all lose.
Right.
What do classy folk? Where do they bring their kids?
Showbiz pizza, you fool.
Oh, really? Is that still a thing?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It might. I feel like it's defunct.
And you definitely don't do delivery because it's DiGiorno. That's the way you go.
Ding. Hit the
Sorry.
ding.
No, I want to just stew
My
on that.
bad.
He's down for the count, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, did you just hit his vape pen on there?
Yeah, but I hit the battery end, not the
I
vape
don't
end.
care. That's his stuff.
That's fine. That's my
didn't-
stuff. I will be offended if anything.
Well, let me hit that.
There's my next
I mean,
bell
good call, but I
love Planet 13, by the way. Hey, so real quick, you know what we were talking? Planet 13 is the place that
Planet 13
in
from outer
Nevada.
space.
yeah, we got in
Space
Nevada.
movie 1992.
Yeah, and in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
In Vegas, Planet 13 is like the fucking. It's like the Walmart of weed.
Weed
it's
stores?
fucking awesome, dude.
But it's
so
in Nevada, so it takes forever to count your money. You're like, can I get out of here? Or can I at least smoke this shit here? They're like,
Dude,
nope.
the best thing about these stores, the Planet 13 stores, is that they have these like drone shows every 15 minutes on the ceiling. It's like these
flying
drones.
around.
Drones are. It's that big.
Oh, so
they're
cool.
flying
It's
drones
massive.
inside the
Dude,
building. It's a
huge.
warehouse. It's an open warehouse.
I said it's
outta
like
here.
Walmart, but it's way more like Costco. of
See,
weed.
well, when you say like the Walmart of weed, I think of like in terms of not
the
physical
quality.
size, no, but just no. I don't think shitty quality. I just think volume. They're moving
Yeah.
volume,
They
not
have, like-
necessarily their stores huge. Like we have True Leaf here in town,
Yeah.
and here on the
This
East
is
Coast,
different.
they're the Walmart of weed.
Yeah.
And because their
Planet
stores are
13,
big,
you're getting, like,
but I didn't
accessories,
know it
their
was like
shirts.
that. Yeah, like
Yeah.
a Walmart sized warehouse.
It's like
full
a
of
giant,
marijuana
Some
and
sunglasses
accessories.
somewhere and
Yeah,
vape
it's
pens.
it's a
and,
giant jewelry store because like
Yeah.
everything is like in glass
Yeah, yeah,
cases,
uh-huh.
and you're
and
you
you
know,
go in there and look at that's where classy people bring their weed. You go around, you're like looking at each other one. You're like, ooh,
And see, okay,
the
so
Kush is a little shabby today.
It's like California in that you can like look. They'll take the bud
Just
out. You
walk
can look
around-
at
yeah,
it and
yeah.
touch it and smell it.
Smell it.
Yeah. See, unlike it is here in Florida, it's not
Yep.
like it's not that willy nilly.
I was in we were in California and Vegas, last year. You guys know around Halloween.
I'll be going soon.
And yeah, dude, it's so fun. That's Disneyland for that's Chuck E. Cheese that is Chuck E. Cheese for adults.
Same fights.
Yeah,
Same class
I
of
didn't
people.
I didn't see any fights. I did see Flavor Flav. Everybody's heard the story. But
It's a lot of people from Reno.
yeah, I love that town.
My favorite
though.
one's Terry.
Yeah,
Just saying.
Terry, I was murdered.
Is that a Nick Swartzen?
Yeah, and
My
then
buddy, my buddy went as him for Halloween, because Halloween
so
just passed.
funny.
I didn't see the photos at the time. It was like 7 years ago now, but he posted like memories. Me as Terry whatever from Reno 911.
Yeah.
Dude looked just fucking like him.
Dude, that
because
is
he's
so
same build and
fucking
shit. I was like,
funny.
God damn, that is
And
the
then
best.
he
terrible
roller
costume.
skates through the grass.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
cops let him go, and he's like, just let him go. And
We'll
then
catch
after-
him again, right?
Yeah,
We'll
and
be
then
back out here tomorrow.
After a while, the man, I forget his name, but he's got a mustache and he's like the little rednecky dude. He goes, I didn't know you could skate on grass. It's
Travis. That was Travis.
Was it? Dude, it took him like a minute and a half to finally say that, though. They let him get so far. And I heard the behind the scenes thing on that. That part was not exactly scripted.
None of that show was scripted.
Yeah.
It was totally like
They just kinda
would
had a
have
premise.
they would be like, we're gonna show up and Terry is gonna do this. We're
Yeah.
gonna arrest you for this, and then you're Terry. We're the cops. Go.
And they probably
just
do it-
improv that shit.
Yeah, they
And
probably
it's
do
like-
it 3 or
I'm
4
sure they
times.
and got their best shit out of it.
Yeah.
Yep. And it was fucking hilarious.
On the behind the scenes things about that, they were like, we had no idea. Like, they got called. There was a bunch of improv people that have worked together before, and they said, we have a show from Comedy Central. It's about cops, and it's all improv. We're lucky if it gets 2 episodes. Do you want to do it? Everybody said, fuck yeah, they did it. And it went on for years, man.
It became a movie, 2 movies.
Yeah,
I think.
I absolutely love that show. I haven't seen it in forever.
When it comes to comedy, improv to me is one of the hardest forms. So I always appreciate it a little extra when I see it.
When
like
it's-
whose
when you see
line?
good.
Whose line is it anyway? Ben Schwartz is a very good improv
Whose line
guy.
is it
Schwartz
anyway,
and
it's really
Middleditch
good.
are amazing
Schwartz
together.
and Middleditch. I mean,
I'm
it's-
talking about the older one with Ryan Stiles.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, that's
yeah.
the Who's line.
That
Yeah,
one is
Ryan Stiles is one of the
amazing.
best. Yeah, one of the him and Colin Mockery are one of the greatest
we had
duos
an
ever.
interview
Yeah.
with Larry Hankin, who plays like Mr. Heckles on Friends, and Carl from Happy Gilmore,
Yeah.
or Billy Madison.
Oh
one or the
yeah,
other.
yeah. You had that guy
Yeah.
on. He reminds me of what you could possibly look like in a few years. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
he's
But-
very old and weaselly. And he laughs like that.
Oh no, no. Yeah,
Double T he's. That was good. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, but he started out doing improv, and I
Yeah.
don't know.
I didn't know that until we
Sat on
interviewed
my
him, as a
balls.
matter of
Yeah,
fact.
I can look like him, but there's no way that I could do the shit that he was doing.
Oh, that guy's mega talented. I'd like
Yeah.
to see some of his improv stuff.
That
It's
would
just
be
hard to find.
hilarious.
It was back in the 60s.
It's so hard to do. Like you get a scene, you get a few random topics generically, and then you have to
Yeah.
come up with this whole thing with details included.
It's very respectable art. I've always wanted to, because a lot of comedy.
Other comedians shit on it though.
Yeah, but
weird.
a lot of these comedy because it's mainly people that go to comedy places and they do these improv things. They have these like comedy classes almost,
right?
But you can normally go in there and sit in on those for free.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But I feel like the people, when I say other comedians, mostly stand-ups. It's like a stand-ups versus improv thing. And I know a lot of people around town that do both.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why can't you do? Why is that a thing that you can't do both?
Yeah.
It seems like that's dumb.
We were talking about Michael Scott earlier, and it's some improv people have like these annoying go-tos that they don't let go of. So like Michael Scott, when he does his improv class, every scene he has a gun. And he takes over the scene.
He's Michael Scarn or he's Blind Guy McSqueezy. That's his character.
So
and
funny.
that guy was canceled long ago.
When you
don't bring him back, Michael
Speaking
Scott.
of canceled, when you said Michael Scott, I thought Michael Richards, and I was like,
oh, he was canceled too.
Yeah, he
canceled
was
himself out of existence.
Yeah, that was just so. You guys know, everybody knows I listen to a lot of Opie and Anthony, and the other day that came up.
Are they reruns? Or are they still doing a show?
No, they're not. They don't speak.
Okay,
Opie's by himself now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Opie's by himself now. Anthony Cumia has a show on Compound Media that he runs, and he's got a lot of good comedy on there. But they certainly they lean towards more libertarian views, and like it's
oh, I know, they're wacky.
Yeah,
wacky.
They're super funny, but sometimes you got to go, oh god, okay. And then but Jim and Sam, Jim Norton and Sam from the show, he was a big part of it. They have a show called Jim and Sam, and that's one of the biggest radio shows in the world on XM.
Is it? I love me some Jim Norton.
And it's really fun.
Obviously.
Jim Norton is fucking hilarious, and he's still doing a show every single day.
Is he still Chip Chipperson in it?
Does Chip Chipperson
oh, man,
too?
I got to give it a listen.
Chip Chipperson is.
You got to send me a link.
My
Send me a link where I can listen to that show.
Okay, it's just YouTube. You can find it everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel like
I'll send it to you though.
Jim Norton seems like he's always on cocaine.
Yeah,
he's got those big
sober.
bug eyes.
Like
he's sober.
Yeah, super bald, like a little decrepit looking. Not to, not to
He does look weird, and he has no chin at all. I can't
He
find
looks
it.
like Rick from Rick and Morty if Rick was bald.
Yeah.
But his mind is all like sharp as a tack.
Absolutely.
He is
sharp as fuck.
He is so fucking goofy. I can't find my pen. Otherwise,
I was going to say, what are you looking for?
I was looking for a pen. And I was going to remind myself for Pet Coleman to look up Chip Chipperson and the Jim and Sam show.
Okay.
And now it's weird.
Okay, well,
now you made it a thing.
We'll write that down.
Okay,
I got
cool.
you.
Thank you. Boom. With the Lord, all things possible. Jot that down.
Look, you made it weird. Shout out to another great podcast.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
It's hosted by Pete Holmes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love Pete
Yeah,
Holmes.
he's been doing
so
that show
fucking
forever and
funny,
ever.
man.
I don't
thought he had a
religiously.
TV show.
No, he did. He's had a few, but they've all none of them lasted.
Man,
He's a weird cat.
Yeah, he had Bill Burr on his TV show for a while, and then he's had a lot of people on there. And Anthony Jeselnik, one of my all-time favorites, rips him to
great.
pieces. He was
Rips
like
Pete Holmes apart.
Yeah, he goes.
I'm
You
sure.
look like the CEO of a pumpkin patch.
See, and I bet you Pete sat there and laughed his ass
Oh, he
off
was
at all of it because
dying.
Pete loves that type shit. He's such a nice, genuine, honest
Dude,
guy.
that's-
But he's super funny, but that's not his style. He's not like a roaster. He's a nice guy, you know?
He's a super
He makes silly,
Christian.
funny jokes. Is he Christian?
He's very, very Christian.
I did not know that.
And he's married at a young age. He was been
He
involved
seems
with the
very
church
gay.
his whole life.
If you
he's got a
listen
wife.
to him and see him, yeah, but he comes across as pretty kind of effeminate. Maybe not gay.
And he has
just
big
effeminate.
old dick sucking lips too, doesn't he? He wouldn't make
The
it.
lips is
dude.
what does it for
He
me.
would get sold off cheap in prison. That's the fucking truth.
It's the lips for me. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a bad looking person, but he's certainly goofy. John Mulaney, I always had a little bit of a crush on.
John Mulaney just hosted SNL last week.
Really?
Yeah,
Dude,
he used to
SNL
write for
keeps
them, so
coming-
it was
yeah.
a natural thing.
Yeah,
for
he
him.
called
He's hosted
the
two or three
election an old man contest. He said,
Yeah.
on Tuesday, I guess there's an old man contest going on.
Great way to put it.
You
Yeah.
can
God almighty.
vote for this.
Some old guy's gonna win.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
It's a little weird. I wonder. Yeah, man, I'm super curious about the organ thing. I want to know what that looks like. I'm super
Just
curious
look down
what.
when you pee.
Oregon.
You want to your organ thing? You want to
No,
look at your
stop.
organ
You're
thing?
silly now.
I'm super
You guys got
curious
me
what that
stoned
looks
and
like.
you're being silly.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
I can't see it over his belly.
It's Oregon.
I get it.
I can't see anything.
Yeah,
over my belly, no.
Look down.
I'm not sure. I can. Kind
I'm still curious about this organ.
I need a series of mirrors, but I'm curious of that, and I'm
Series of mirrors. I love
Go to a church. They'll let
That's
you
a great way
play
to put
one.
but
you and
but
Hope
yeah.
Solo. Just kidding. She just stands there and pulls them up.
Oh. Google that and space movie to 1999, 1992. Sorry, yeah, and then fucking what's her name? Sorry,
Hope Solo.
Hope Solo, bruh. She's got some massive cooter
man.
cheeks.
That was released before the fappening, but had it been released during the fappening, it would have been retitled to the flappening.
Oh, it's so gross. I'll give you one of these. Sure.
That was a tight
Most
cheeker.
perfect little
That was a-
toot. That's not what hers sounded like.
It was like a
Hers-
question of a fart.
Yeah.
It goes up at the end.
Are you sure?
It was like, I
Maybe.
don't know.
A ding and a fart.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Ding fart.
Quarter roast beef.
Yeah, I'm also curious as to what Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are going to do. I know they wrote the crime bill that put a lot of people in prison. I'm wondering if they're going to let them out now because we have a lot of decriminalization laws. I'm wondering how that's going to work. I'm also wondering, is the Civil War coming, or can we all be cool now?
Yeah,
can
is
we
this gonna
fucking
help?
be cool?
No.
Yeah, is
Can
this
we
going to
be
help
cool?
or hurt
This-
the
Because that's
strife
the
in our
only
country
reason.
right
That's
now?
the only reason. Like, well, that was one of the biggest reasons why I wanted people to vote. Because I'm sick of the complaining. I don't care who the fuck is president. I'll do anything to make the baby stop crying.
I only have like one main prediction, and I would never say like we have another show that we do, and you're our researcher on it, Rocky. But
Yes.
we do funny to informing together, and I would never put this opinion out there like that because I don't feel like that shows for my opinions necessarily. It's more for the jokes and the stories. But like for me, I don't know. What were we just talking about? Because I know forgot.
You were just talking about a controversial opinion and your prediction, your one prediction.
Oh, okay.
For this.
So the way I see it is that because there's been like an East-West Coast battle for the longest time.
Yeah.
And East and West Coast were very blue during this election. And all the
Biggie
middle
and
states.
Tupac both died.
Yeah. So
I
I
see.
think the East and West, this is what make them come together. And the East and West sides are battling the center of the country, and a civil war starts.
That would not be good.
And somehow, like,
So it'll be an East-West battle.
Yeah.
Not a North-South or Black-White or...
no. It's going to be East-West on the same side.
It'll be a civil
which they
war.
rarely ever are.
Okay.
So East and West
Against
will
what, though?
historically come together for just central.
Against,
against
against the people
Central-
with all the
against-
guns. Damn it! This isn't good for us.
Against
I live
this-
in Florida.
Against the systematic issues that our country's facing involving
Yeah,
the
well,
That's
BLM
not
yeah.
and
good.
all that.
John, you're
Okay.
scaring me.
It seems like some of the middle states are very comfortable in believing that the whole nation is red or Republican,
Right.
and that's not the case. But they live in such a society that they don't
They live
need
in a
to be
bubble
outside of it.
in a flyover state.
Yeah, and East and West Coast have been fighting for the
shoreless
longest
bubble.
time. And if there's one way that they would squash any like coastal issues,
Is to shoot one of them on Las Vegas Boulevard. Oh, am I wrong? I'm sorry. Whatever. Yeah, I think you guys are a little bit right. I hope it doesn't end up to being something like that. I almost knocked over your fucking drink.
It's empty. We're good.
But yeah, I'm hoping that doesn't happen because yeah, I mean, so what does normally happen when you get a new president, no matter who it is gun prices and bullets and all this stuff goes up because they're taking our guns, no matter what they say. Even with Trump, he said specifically, I say we take the guns first and then due process next. He was notoriously shitty on guns. Biden's a little worse, but he was notorious shitty on fucking guns. So I think that's going to be an issue. Those dudes have all the guns. We would need to get some of those before starting.
but okay, so this is the
war.
best part.
And
though,
I'm not a
because
Democrat, and I'm not a Republican.
So, some of the Republicans have been
NPA.
gaining like seats in the Senate.
Yeah,
Or-
they did kind of.
and-
The Republicans did well in that.
And some of the best things that you can do. So, had Trump won, I would have preferred more seats in the Senate for the Democrats. Or if Biden won, I would have preferred more Republican seats in the Senate
Because it locks up Congress. Yeah,
It stops everything,
And then that's what I want too. I'm with you. Dude.
Nothing gets
Checks
done.
and balances. Checks and balances.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want nothing to get done though.
I want nothing to get.
I just don't want the extremes of either side to get put
Right,
through.
dude, I
And
don't
when
want
it's all
anything getting
blue,
done.
that hardcore blue shit just strides through. And when
want-
it's all red, that
I want them-
both goes both ways.
I want them to immediately stop doing laws. I want them to. That's why I want lower taxes. I don't want them having any more money because they spend it very horribly. I don't want them doing anything, telling anyone what to do.
Let's just hold
I don't want them
hold
doing
strong, right?
anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have done enough.
I think we can still reform some, public
Every time-
service issues and
every
and
time
some
they do
police
something, it
issues
sucks.
and things like that.
But they
Yeah.
never have that. That hasn't happened.
No, I know the track record doesn't show that either side or
Money-
anybody doing anything about it
Money's
is going
not-
to change it.
I
But
don't-
but that doesn't mean you can't try. I feel like that
I don't-
doesn't mean just like sit and let things go, as they
I
are.
disagree. I'm with Ron Swanson on this. No matter what, they never seem to do really much correctly. So I don't think that throwing money at them, be it from rich people, be it from the working
Right,
class, I
wherever
don't
it
think
comes from.
throwing money at them is going to help even a little bit.
I'm not saying
I want
throw
them
money
to
at
have
'em.
much
I'm
less
just
money,
saying
much
don't-
less taxes, and much less power.
I'm just saying let's not be complacent on things we shouldn't be complacent on.
I
in my
think
opinion,
because for me, it's
Human rights issues.
Like
Oh,
perspectively,
that happens in the streets though, not in the courts.
like prospectively speaking, I think people
Kinda,
need
yeah.
to, when they are given a policy that they have to either vote on or try to figure out one way or the other or pick a side, whatever, they have to look at that policy and kind of figure out like what do they gain from putting this out?
Yeah.
So like you have to put your head in the position of the politicians.
They put little tiny little amendments and stuff. So
there's
they're
like little hidden things
It's all
where
the
it'll work out.
pork in the bills, right? The underneath shit.
like we're gonna hand out these stimulus checks if you
Yeah.
and
Well,
it's
it's
like
like
whoa, what does that
also,
say?
we're going to raise taxes and do this and that. And then it's like, what?
Sometimes people give me a sweet deal,
You're
and
dead
I'm
on.
like, "What's in it for you?
Yeah.
Like, what
Right.
are you?" So
Yeah.
they
What the
present.
fuck are you doing?
They present these sweet policies, and it's like, no. There's something here in this that is benefiting them,
Right.
and they are withholding.
Well, that's where hopefully a split house helps you, because both sides can be like, well, let's just put through a bill because it needs to be put through and leave off all this. I mean, not to say that's going to happen, but that's the hope.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know. That's the hope.
Ideally.
But it's not been working as it is. So I say just try to change it up, like from the top down.
Well, that's what we'll
two-party
be doing.
bullshit, like all of it.
When will he go in? January what?
20th, I believe.
Then
20th,
that-
24th.
We'll see if things start happening then. And
Maybe they should just like play a
Very
game of Twister and see who's more flexible.
that-
and do it that
Joe
way.
Biden is going to break a hip getting the board game out of the closet. Are you fucking kidding
Well,
me?
yeah.
Ew!
they're both a little stiff. But
You go to flap out the board and my shoulder. you throw out your shoulder.
in a very selfish, just me kind of thing. I'm glad because I feel like the jokes are kind of done with Trump. I'm done.
Yeah, what is comedy
Biden
gonna
is going to
do?
be, dude, mush for brains. Biden, the pedophile stuff, the corruption. This is huge for China. The things
dentures.
he says, I think he's getting worse and worse the more he talks. I'm very interested because this is going to be hilarious. This is going to be funny as fuck. No matter what, this is good.
It would have been
good for
either
comedy.
way.
This is great for comedy.
Yeah, either way it would have been because
yeah.
they're both declining as
Yeah.
very old, senile.
But Trump, I feel like it's the same old thing. It was Groundhog's Day a little bit with that, and I was hearing the same thing over there. We know he's fucking orange. He gave us a lot of ammo because he was a weird.
Yeah, well, you
person.
talk about Biden putting his foot in his mouth potentially going down the road. Yeah, I'm sure. But I mean, Trump was comedy gold, but it just got old. You know, it's like 4 more years of
It
the
was
same
too crazy.
Trump saying
How
crazy,
are we getting
radical
goofier
shit.
people? We are getting bigger and bigger
Yeah.
personality.
No, Joe Biden's a
flawed-
smaller personality for sure.
Well,
he's
no,
much
but
more
like,
he's so
kooky.
boring.
He's kooky.
yeah, he's
Biden
boring,
is
and I
boring,
feel like
though.
boring is maybe what we need a little more.
just
like more,
we need
maybe
to
not more
chill.
politics as usual, but more
I
at
don't
least
think
what
he's
we're
boring
used
at
to.
all.
And maybe
Oh, I think
by
he very
the next
much
4
is.
years we can get like Carrot Top in there or something fun.
Yeah,
But
and we can have another joke fest.
man.
yeah,
Best props.
So I
in
asked
any presidency.
I asked you guys this off camera. I want to ask you on camera. I have a red Adidas hat that I really liked wearing, and can we wear red hats again? Is that cool? Does it mean that I'm still wishing that the old guy was there?
I would have been
It's not-
wearing it anyway.
No,
I like the hat.
That's a
It's
way
dope.
to get yourself punched in
It's
the
a dope
fucking
hat.
face,
I
bro.
can't
I almost
say-
got some dude tried to fucking start some shit with me because I had a fucking red Adidas hat
I just
on.
would have been like, "Are you fucking illiterate?" Because these aren't even words.
I
Does it
was-
say Adidas or is it the 3-leaf?
It's a 3-leaf and it says Adidas.
Okay, I'd be like, "Are you fucking illiterate?"
Yeah.
it's Adidas.
I,
Do you not know any brands?
This was pre-COVID. I did cough in his face to get him away from me. I was really sick. I was really fucking sick at the time. We were
knew
about
it
to.
was you.
It was when Billy was still on the show. So Billy was still alive. We were still doing the show over at Benedict Etchie's. I just got into Chipotle and I didn't feel very good. We needed to eat something because we got to eat before we fucking
Oh,
record.
you sneezed
can't-
in his burrito bowl.
Oh, dude. Well, he was behind me in line and fucking started some shit, and then I coughed all over him. And Bill was like, "That was I think that's crime."
I think that's a form of assault too.
Yeah,
it's like spitting on someone.
Oh
that's
yeah,
assault
pretty
and
much.
stuff,
Yeah, and I was close too. But this dude, he was like, "Take that shit off, man." And I was like, "Dude, don't fucking talk to me like that." I literally hit someone 2 days ago in the face for fucking with me. So
Oh my God, we
'Cause they had
never
a red
even.
hat on.
All right, maybe if we let that story die down a little bit because there was a lot of craziness and we were group chatting each other and kind
Yeah.
of talking about it a little bit. Can we talk about that next week?
do you want to?
Would you be able to?
Yeah, I wasn't
Oy.
really happy with the situation. To give you guys a little teaser, 2 dudes tried to like rob me, and it didn't go well. Hilarity ensues.
Boy, I
But
wanted
you're
to hear
okay.
that.
So it went well from one perspective.
Yeah,
it didn't
but
go
I
well
had
for them.
fucking old Mary Melody's teeth over there. Ding, 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 dude.
And you wear rings, motherfucker.
Yeah, so this one says FTW, so it said WTF in his fucking
in the mirror. I love it. Hell yeah.
yeah.
I like
Pretty
that.
bad, but it was dude. They tried to fucking rob me. I didn't. Oh god, I didn't like it. But I was very emotional about it. Whatever. I'll tell you the story later.
I will. I would like to cheers to a cordial discussion about the election.
Yeah, really. Well, you know,
For the
everybody-
record, I'm not brainwashed, and I didn't appreciate that remark.
I'm sorry.
But I feel like I'd get that out. be straight up about it. You know.
I didn't mean it like.
No, I understand, but I just wanted to say when you said it in the context that I was speaking, I wasn't going to say that it wasn't a mudslinging from both sides, but from what I saw, just on the ads that I saw, it was mostly mudslinging from one side. That's all. Not to say it didn't happen from the other. Just in my
the other dude was
experience, I didn't see it.
They had Joe hidden for a while. I'll give you that. I took that out of context.
It's cool,
and I didn't mean that. And now that I know, now that you've clarified that, I take it back anyways. And I certainly didn't mean brainwashed. Like,
no, I know,
you know,
dude. No, we're all good here,
dude. So I apologize.
Cool
I really do.
It's cool. I've had several of these discussions with people online, as well as some others that didn't go so well. Yeah. So it's nice to be able to just like
that's my thing.
We obviously differ on different things, all of us.
I think you're a very smart guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think you're super fucking funny. You're one of my best friends.
You don't have to back it up with that.
Okay. I'm good looking too.
I just
with long through your shorts, it looks good. It looks big.
No, it's all balls. You've mentioned that before, and you were right. But fuck, man, I lost track. But I'm just glad we could.
You were glad that the discussion was civil. I just spit beer all over my fucking
That's my biggest issue is that like this topic specifically has probably about a 70% rate
of going
of going sour or involving like separating or like not talking to another person or cutting them off or canceling them because we talked about cancel culture.
Well, we've clarified this, but sometimes it begs repeating. Just because I'm against one party does not mean I'm for the other party.
Right.
But sometimes I hear things that are incorrect, and I'm like, there is a lot of correct stuff. Let's stick to that because then it validates your argument and it makes for like I kind of respect the argument more. Like if it's not like MLA sourced or whatever, which I'm the last guy that should be fucking talking about this. I'm a college dropout, but I'm like let's stick to the shit,
Yeah. Well, and when it gets opinionated, it derails.
Yeah, I'm certain. I certainly was never a pro Trump guy. I'm certainly not a pro Biden guy. I'm not really a pro president guy.
No, you're not a big government guy. You're a less government. You've always said that.
Yeah.
And I totally know that about you.
The one thing that you said that was important is because like you have to find out the information for yourself.
Yeah.
So I was in like damn near probably college taking my English classes for writing and stuff.
Yeah.
Saying, when will I ever need to cite my sources? Why is this important?
That's
this is
why
so dumb. I don't listen to anything anybody says unless they have a source that they're citing.
That's why I had all this shit. Like I have him here, Biden against gay marriage, Biden against the voter fraud, Biden against the weed and the touching kid. That's why I had it up. I was like, these are the reasons I don't like him. Because I'm pro weed, I'm pro gay marriage. And what was the other one? Yeah, weed, gay marriage. Then there's some other stuff. I don't fucking know. But that's why I had it up, because I wanted to at least produce, like, this is why I don't like it. And there was a lot of things I didn't like about, I almost said Gump. Damn
it, we missed 4 years of President Gump jokes.
We could have done just as well if we had fucking Gump. We would have had
Shrimp Shrump.
Well, and Forrest Gump was a much more humble guy. So, yeah, it would have been different. But it would have been similarly a train wreck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, from one chef to another, I would have loved some Gump in my life. And also, he likes Dr. Pepper. He's a Southern guy.
You know what I'm excited most
he does
for?
love fucking Dr. Pepper.
Next week, when we don't have to deal with some of this political bullshit anymore.
I'm wondering.
This was probably the most political I feel like I've ever gotten on a show.
Oh, this is the most political show we've ever had. It's been a full hour of it.
I've never talked this extensively about politics. Yeah. Even off mic.
Sorry to bore you guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
what the fuck else?
No, we had jokes sprinkled in there.
Yeah, what the fuck else were we supposed to talk about?
No, I know. I'm not upset about it.
Yeah.
I was happy to do it.
No, I want to hear.
I wonder
about
if other shows are going this deep.
No,
some are.
Before we leave too, I want to tease just you because you sent a text message out, kind of laying out what happened. And before we talk about it next week,
tease on the tease.
Yeah. This is just to give people an idea of roughly what happened. But I know we're going to get
this was just
details.
the first. Give him the first thing that he sent us.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that was so general. We were like, more? Like,
oh my
God.
What? My girlfriend cracked the fuck up. So this is what we're going to be talking about a little more in detail next week. This is from Rocky. This big ass hooker lady was trying to distract me, and I looked over, and this dude had a steak knife. So I knocked her out, and he ran away.
He's a transvestite. It's not a lady.
Yeah,
it was a lady, but I'm being PC.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it, man. I'm telling you, I'm excited.
I thought you were gonna give him that was a terrible tease. You gave him the meat.
There were some EMT guys getting gas.
Oh,
so
you're telling the whole story.
The whole story.
So I walked over to them, and I guess the guy got the girl and walked across the street to the hospital. They both had knives, so I got pissed and knocked all her teeth out.
It was,
I need to know more.
You know, some ladies have lady dicks. It was that kind. It was a dude. A former. I don't know if it. We didn't explain pleasantries. I didn't ask a pronoun, but he was dressed as a she, and it was fucking scary.
With that brief message that you had sent, I had so many questions. I have so many questions.
My weed guy, because I told him, he accidentally texted me instead of his wife, and he goes, "Rocky hit an N in a dress."
I love it when you get the text. That's a classic trope. When you send a text about somebody to them. Because like John just texted me some crazy shit, and then I mean to text Rocky. Yeah. John just sent this dumb shit. What the fuck's wrong with John? And then you send it to John, and you try to play that off. Like that. I just heard somebody talk about this, either on a podcast,
I swear.
or a stand-up comedian.
I got a few.
It's so real.
When I was telling this story to my girlfriend, I got a few words in, and she started dying. I said, "This big ass hooker lady, she lost it. She lost it."
I was just reading it very matter of factly because I know Rocky as well as I do. I was just like, yeah, okay, all right.
I'm so not proud of this.
Sounds
shit.
like a Tuesday night for Rocky.
That's what happened. So I would. Okay, all right. We'll do it next time.
Yeah.
There's more to it than that. There is more to it. So
I want to know so bad.
We already have a title for next week's show. Rocky hit an N in a dress.
With that, we out this.